So in our last video, we talked about down payment as a buyer, but on the flip side, as a seller, sometimes we hear that your family members are telling you to accept the offer that has the higher down payment because that's a more secure buyer for your transaction. So I want to talk about that for just a minute. Just because a buyer is only putting down 5% or 10% or 3.5% on their offer does not mean that that buyer only has that money. Okay. If the property needs to be renovated or if it needs some updates, a lot of times buyers will put down less money up front and keep some of the cash that they have liquid so they can use it to make repairs on the property after their closing and they are the new owners of the property. Also, just because a borrower is putting down 20% doesn't mean that they're going to have any money after closing. And so when you get into things like doing the inspection negotiations, or if there are appraisal conditions that need to be repaired, the buyer might get scared because they might not have enough money left over after the closing is done because they put so much money down up front. So the down payment doesn't really impact the seller at all. What I usually tell my sellers is, are you interested in 5% of the purchase price, or are you interested in selling the property at 100%, right? So the down payment doesn't matter so much as, is the borrower qualified? Do they understand the current condition of the property and the fact that they're going to have to be making repairs? And then as the listing agent or as the homeowner and the seller, do you think that there are repairs needed to this property that a buyer might need more cash for? At which point then we could maybe talk about what their cash situation is like. But the down payment situation that a buyer is putting down has literally nothing to do with the transaction, or nor should it have anything to do with your comfort level as a seller on accepting a property. So if you are a seller and you're being told to accept offers that have a higher down payment from the buyer, I don't think that that's the best advice for you to be getting from anyone. If you are a buyer and you are being told by a real estate agent or a family member that you have to be putting down a large down payment in order to get your offer accepted, I would highly recommend that you ask us for a second opinion on those things and put together a strategy that helps your offers get accepted with whatever down payment you're comfortable with. Okay. And then if you are a real estate agent and you're out there telling sellers or you're telling buyers that they need to accept an offer that has a high down payment, or the buyers need to be putting down a high down payment, please stop, because you're messing up people's lives. That's actually discrimination based on income. Different topic for a different day. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole too far. But the down payment amount should not affect whether or not you're accepting an offer or not accepting an offer. There are a lot of things that come together to make the offer a whole piece, not just one particular thing. Hope it helps you guys. We'll see you next time.